Good morning. Welcome to this conversation. Listen not just with your ears, but with your values. Today, we tackle a deep question. Who should pay for dates? It's about fairness, emotional understanding, and building systems. Not just a restaurant bill, but sharing responsibility and love. Let's create a fair system, not based on outdated traditions. No unspoken assumptions or viral opinions. A system based on conscious agreement between people. We're here to understand principles, not give rules. Principles that guide us, not control us. Let's begin with this. Fairness must be created, not assumed. Many people enter dating relationships with unconscious expectations. Some expect the man to pay. Some expect the bill to be split. Some expect alternating turns. And what often happens? These expectations clash, not because either person is wrong, but because no system was discussed. In the absence of dialogue, people default to their beliefs. And when those beliefs don't align, resentment starts to grow. That's why fairness must be built deliberately. It is not something that will fall into place naturally. Two people who care about each other may still have very different beliefs. If those beliefs are not explored early, then small moments, like who pays for dinner, start carrying more emotional weight than they should. So the first principle in building a fair system is this. Principle 1. Speak about it early, ideally before expectations form. Before a pattern develops, have the conversation. Ask each other simple but meaningful questions. How do you feel about who pays for dates? What does it mean to you when someone pays for you? Would you rather alternate, split, or handle it another way? This is not about determining who's right. It's about alignment. You're trying to understand how the other person sees fairness, not just what they want to do, but how they feel about it. That's a big difference. Some people see paying as an act of love. Others see splitting as a symbol of equality. Others feel tension around money due to their upbringing or life experience. These things matter. They shape how we relate to giving and receiving. Now, let's go deeper. Principle number 2. Design your own system, together. Fairness isn't one size fits all. Forget the man should always pay rule. What matters is both people feeling respected in their chosen structure. Many relationships falter not over money, but over unspoken expectations. Designing your own system could mean alternating who pays or splitting costs. The key is co-creation. When both agree, both feel valued. That's how fairness is sustained, not by numbers, but by mutual agreement. Now, let's move on to something not often discussed, but incredibly important. Principle number 3. Understand what money means emotionally. Money isn't just money, it's emotional baggage from childhood, culture, or past experiences. Paying for a date? It could mean care, ability, control, or a need for appreciation. If the other person pays, does it bring gratitude, discomfort, or a sense of debt? Understanding these emotions is key to avoiding misunderstandings. Without this awareness, actions can be misinterpreted, leading to feelings of unappreciation or pressure. Building a fair system means recognizing these emotional layers. So let's dive deeper into the emotional truths behind money. Let's talk about Principle 4. Discuss money in peaceful moments. Too often, money talks happen after conflict, when emotions run high. The best financial chats? They happen when things are calm and clear. Don't wait for tension. Schedule regular check-ins about financial comfort. Ask, are we both comfortable with our financial decisions? These talks prevent misunderstandings and keep fairness alive. Remember, fairness is a living agreement, needing regular care. So let's embrace Principle 4 and talk money in peace. Principle 5. Fair does not always mean equal. This is critical. Many people assume that for something to be fair, it must be equal, but relationships are not businesses. They are emotional ecosystems. Sometimes one person earns more. Sometimes one person has more time. Sometimes one person is going through financial stress. A fair system recognizes these differences. It doesn't demand perfect equality, it seeks balance. If one person pays more financially, the other might contribute in other meaningful ways, through effort, planning, acts of service, emotional support. The goal is not symmetry, it's shared intention. If both people feel valued, seen, and unburdened, then the system is working. But here's the challenge. You can't assume that contributions are being understood. They must be expressed and appreciated. Otherwise, someone might silently carry more than they should. Principle 6. Don't use money to measure love or to earn it. Money should never be a scoreboard for love or admiration. When money becomes a tool for love, it creates emotional debt. Generosity should be free, not transactional. If you give, let it be a gift, not a contract. Accept gifts with respect, not obligation. In a fair system, giving and receiving are honored equally. Neither should create guilt or become a tool for control. Remember, love is priceless and should never be measured by money. Principle 7. Reflect on your own relationship with money. Before you ask someone else to share your financial rhythm, ask yourself, what shaped my beliefs about who should pay? Do I associate money with love, power, or approval? Do I feel anxious when I pay, or when I don't? What does fairness actually look like to me? Self-awareness is the foundation of a fair system. You can't create a shared agreement if you haven't first explored your own views. And remember, you're allowed to change your views. Growth often requires unlearning old norms that no longer serve you. To wrap this all together, let me leave you with 3 key reminders. Fairness begins with clarity. When people don't talk, they assume. And assumptions are where resentment lives. Choose clarity. Fairness is fluid. It can and should evolve as your relationship evolves. What feels right in the beginning might shift later. Revisit the agreement. Fairness is felt. You will know your system is fair, not because it looks perfect, but because it feels balanced, emotionally, not just financially. So, who should pay for dates? The truthful answer is, whoever the two of you agree should pay. That agreement should come from dialogue, not pressure, from understanding, not performance, from emotional maturity, not gender stereotypes or societal rules. Because in the end, a healthy relationship is not built on rules. It's built on alignment. It's not about who pays the bill. It's about whether both people feel safe, valued, and fairly treated in the process. This is the kind of relationship you deserve. One where fairness is not assumed, but created. Intentionally, respectfully, together. Thank you for listening.